The controversies surrounding Pokemon Let's Go continue. First it was the lack of wild Pokemon, then the difficulty, and now Melmetal that has to be evolved with candies in Pokemon Go and then imported into Pokemon Let's Go. Nevertheless, with all the negative press and opinions surrounding the game, one key element has gone unnoticed. That this title, more than even Pokemon Yellow in 1998, is the Pokemon anime title we have been waiting for over 2 decades. And in many ways, this is among the greatest strengths inside Pokemon Let's Go.
Let's face it, Pokemon Let's Go is a different kind of Pokemon title in more than one way. One of the reasons for it is that it's the best Pokemon anime simulator we have ever seen, and a title that everyone can easily pick up and play. And over the next 10 minutes or so we will go over all the features, references and Easter eggs as we progress from Pallet Town to Indigo Plateau and Cerulean Cave. So let's not waste any time and get started with proving why Pokemon Let's Go is the Pokemon anime title, or not, that we've been waiting for, beginning with
the Poké Ball Plus. Yes, we know this one isn't really a part of the game, but rather a separated peripheral. But to get the one anime element that isn't about the game quickly out of the way, let's point out the appeal of the Pokéball. This one in particular has a dual function, as a Pokéball controller specific for the game where you can throw with your Pokéball in real life, and specifically since it only has one analog stick and grand total of 2 buttons. In return, these 2 buttons really make you feel like a Pokemon trainer, and bond with your Pokemon even outside of the game, which is what Ash Ketchum does all the time. The Pokéball Plus is breaking the 4th wall of Pokemon games, and it is about time, more than 22 years after the first game. But back to the game, as not every one of us will be picking up the Pokéball Plus, since you will play the game with motion controls anyway using your Joy-Cons. Next is the selection of your starter Pokemon, which is replication of the process from Pokemon Yellow, where Professor Oak first catches Pikachu, and then you get Pikachu. And just like in Yellow, and unlike the anime and Pikachu I Choose You, Pikachu doesn't hold any grudges against its trainer.
So where do we get the anime approach to Pikachu? Well, everywhere else, from Pikachu tailing you, or just like in the case of Ash sitting on your shoulder. Another interesting reference is that Ash recently in the Pokemon anime got an Eevee with the hairdo, which is fitting, seeing that you can modify the hairstyle of your starter Pikachu or Eevee in the game. Along with petting, playing, dressing, you name it. Pokemon Let's Go offers a variety to your starter Pokemon that has only been matched by Ash Ketchum and his Pikachu in the anime. Another tie to the anime, or Pokemon Yellow for that matter, is that in Pokemon Let's Go you can't evolve your starter Pikachu or Eevee. This makes total sense, as this game, just like the anime, are about building a tight bond with your starter Pokemon, take care of it, and pretty much be a trusty companion across your adventure in Kanto, or for kids to learn how to take care of a real-life pet.
Look at that! Pokemon Let's Go can teach you how to become a responsible animal owner and how to arrange money matches between them. Really great indeed. Besides, it is much easier for the development team to only let you have your Pikachu or Eevee on your shoulder or hat than also animate a Raichu and, God help us, any of the Eevee evolutions. If you want to evolve Pikachu or Eevee, well then, you just have to catch another one. It's as simple as that. Now it goes without saying that the Pokemon in Pokemon Let's Go, besides your pampered Pikachu or Eevee, will have way more personality and a mood of their own compared to Pokemon Yellow. This is a trend we have seen first in the anime, and then brought over to the mainline Pokemon series, and finally Pokemon Go and Let's Go in the recent years. Still, the player interaction with not only your starter Pokemon clearly derives from the anime, and we wonder if it will be expanded upon for the next Pokemon title on Nintendo Switch come next year. Moving on to the trainer and gym leader side of Pokemon Let's Go. Though we are praising how Pokemon Let's Go is doing its best to offer a Pokemon anime-like experience, we can't ignore the fact that there is one major thing Pokemon Let's Go messed up with compared to the anime, and that is your rival. Where the Pokemon anime had Gary freaking Oak, Pokemon Let's Go has this, your friendly rival.
Come on, Game Freak, is this the best you could offer when the rest you have served us to this point is more true to the anime than ever? Like, Gary in the anime and Blue and Yellow were annoyances that you couldn't wait to battle, while this is just poor effort when you had the template for the perfect rival there from the anime, Red, Blue and Yellow, and even Pokémon Origins. No, this was a wrong move, Game Freak. You ruined one of the best and most memorable characters in the game. Speaking of memorable anime characters, prepare for trouble.
Make it double!
To protect the world from devastation.
To unite all peoples within our nation.
To denounce the evils of truth and love.
To extend our reach to the stars above.
These two morons and their Meowth need no introduction, but we let them have one anyway in this video as they are just too iconic, and it is such a shame that we don't get to hear the motto in Pokemon Let's Go.
Even so, the return of Ash Ketchum's eternal enemies from the first time since Pokemon Yellow is a big deal, and we hope they will bother us along our adventure numerous times, but maybe not as often as in the anime. Or actually, when you think about it, with the lack of wild Pokemon battles, we could see more duels against Jesse and James in Pokemon Let's Go. Here's hoping. You know who is also back after many years? Brock and Misty, Ash's first gym leader opponents and then trusty companions. In Pokemon Let's Go, they stick to the former rather than the latter, which is understandable since you can play the game in 2-player with a female or male Pokemon companion trainer. Though it is a little sad since we would have loved to see Misty's hilarious Psyduck in action across Kanto.
Oh no! Now it's in my Pokeball!
Despite criticism tied to the gym leader requirements in Pokemon Let's Go, making the skirmishes against them way easier, the character designs and models of Brock and Misty are spot-on nostalgia drugs for anyone who played the first generation Pokemon titles or have been watching the anime, and we can't wait to enter the Pewter and Cerulean Gym once again come November 16th. Based on Masuda's comments, it might be that we will gain our Rock and Water badges from the two most memorable gym leaders by the first day of play. Or will we?
As from the anime, a much more memorable fight comes to mind, namely the duel between Ash and gym leader Lieutenant Surge, and with it the unforgettable battle between Pikachu and Raichu. Though everyone remembers Pikachu's refusal to evolve and beating Raichu by pure speed and tactics, there's no doubt that Lieutenant Surge's electric personality and soldier-like spirit is something to truly look forward to in Pokemon Let's Go. That, and obviously use your starter Pikachu to put Raichu in his rightful place on the floor. The battle for the Thunder Badge and the other gym badges will all be eventful, but obviously not filled with as much filler content or shenanigans as in the Pokemon anime. Nevertheless, before we move on to the gym leader you probably know more than a sheer amount about, let's go over some other memorable anime details. For instance, the SS Anne, a majestic cruise ship, which will not have that much to do with the anime where it was sunk. Though we look forward to see the Magikarp salesman in Pokemon Let's Go. But this time though, instead of having him in just one of the Poké Centers, as a cool Easter egg, why not place him on the Anne herself?
Since we are on the subject of troll Pokemon, no other battle in the anime series trolled viewers more than one of the first battles in the series. The notorious but at the same time hilarious Metapod vs Metapod battle. Thankfully, this battle is now a reality thanks to the master trainers in the post-game of Pokemon Let's Go. As who in their right mind would use a Metapod who is notorious for its hardening ability against another Metapod? Well, in Pokemon Let's Go, just like in Season 1 of the anime, you will have a brilliant opportunity to relive this classic duel, which might even turn out to be the downright toughest, or at least time-consuming battle in the entire game. Now that pretty much sums up all of the anime references we know of so far in Pokemon Let's Go. And remember, this is just before launch, so some Easter eggs tied to the anime are bound to show up in the later portions of the game.
For instance, will we see a change to Giovanni, the Team Rocket boss? Will he follow the Mafia boss postures in red, blue and yellow? Or will he retreat to the sidelines like in the anime? It is most likely that Giovanni and his plot twist will remain the same in Pokemon Let's Go, as we previously mentioned that altering significantly isn't in Game Freak's interest, seeing that they aim with this game to be a gateway title. That will say, they're aiming the game to an audience that hasn't played Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Fire Red, or Leaf Green before. Overall, we can say that Pokémon Let's Go is closer to the Pokémon anime than any Pokémon title ever was, though we have to admit that this still isn't a true Pokémon anime experience that many longtime fans might have wished for with this title. But then again, this might also be the point. This is a gateway title. We don't want to spoil anything from either the game or the anime.
But what do you think? Will we see more connections to the anime in Pokémon Let's Go? Or do you think it will follow quite closely to the structure and progression of the other Gen 1 titles? Leave your reply in the comment section down below. Also, make sure to like this video, and if you are new, subscribe to us, the Commonwealth Realm, and press that shiny notification bell, and after that, mark us for all notifications to not miss any of our upcoming Pokémon Let's Go, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and Nintendo Switch videos.
Finally, we want to thank all of our patrons who make this series and bigger productions possible. A great thanks goes in particular to a royal producer Kenyatta Ali. You can join them too by heading over to patreon.com/commonrealm, as we need more patrons for upcoming costly high quality productions this November and December. Till the next video, this was Conrad Vanis and Joseph Ferris of the Commonwealth Realm, and we will see you girls and guys soon.